I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up wings for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised.
This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we come to you from wintry Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, we wrap up a great Sunday here in Super Wild Card Weekend, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Cleveland Browns. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last, and off we go here in the wild card round. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
On the jump.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready.
Second down and 8.
At the 60.
On the draw, here's Stroud. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
Ready.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Okay, ready.
Second and 9. In motion right, that's Dell. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Stroud on third down now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the second round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, you know, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Stroud. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And bulldozing his way through. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Watson off play action. Throw caught by A-Chain. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2, Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
You're set.
A give left side. Here's A-Chain. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A shotgun snap for Watson. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff?
Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after one on EA Sports.
Ready?
Play action. Stroud now. Touchdown, Texans. Brock Wright. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Browns nothing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's A-Chain. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Watson on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 55 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
19 Tiger. Ready.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
On second down, here's Pierce. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've comes to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation, you might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Here is 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Play action. Here's Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Pierce now up the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They go again with Pierce. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And Stroud now to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here's Pierce. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over to Chalk. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Stroud keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Watson. Right back to Njoku. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Hey, 59!
Out of the gun, Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Back to throw, Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. A-Chain is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They work now on 2nd and 9. Stroud to throw it. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, no matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Hey, we gotta snap it. We gotta snap it. Alert! 59!
Watson just beating the play clock. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now. Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Aleem McNeil breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He dumps it off to A-Chain. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't they? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Here's Pierce on the counter, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46.
116 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
On first down, here's Stroud. That is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
Let's go now.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Stroud. To the right side and caught by Dell. And almost but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle but couldn't spring himself free. Fourth down. Here's Stroud. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL. And he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, try to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Texans are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert. So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try to put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Going for it with Pierce. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here comes Grant on the return. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 70 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Throw caught by A-Chain. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And they're going to speed things up here. To the right side, and he's got more complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Watson now to throw. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter, as the kick is away here. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Hold them ready.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Right there.
Now an option play on second down. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
170 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's second down and 3. Now a handoff for Pierce. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The dog pound barking as loud as they can here. 3rd down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Browns will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. Again, it's A-Chain. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
Here's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This is 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And shedding a man at the 40. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. A give left side for Pierce. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Here's Stroud. Able to shake him off. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
At the 3-yard line. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to advance to the divisional round. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, you know, get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done.